Jake, it's an exciting week, isn't it? It feels like a long time since we've seen Amanda in the ring. Of course, there was the fight last month, which didn't happen, but I imagine that she must be chomping at the bit, ready to go again. It's fight week.
100%. She wants to avenge the loss coming off of Katie Taylor, and she's a true champion. And I think we will see more motivated and vicious Amanda Serrano than we have seen in a while.
Yeah, you mentioned that Katie Taylor fight. I mean, it was an amazing fight, a historic fight for so many different reasons. But looking back at that fight, is there anything in particular you think that she'll take from that fight into this fight and maybe look to do a little bit different or perhaps improve on?
Yeah, it's tough to say, man, but I think the biggest thing was like Katie Taylor having such a big weight advantage against her and her moving up in weight to fight Katie. And that seemed to be really the only issue. So now she's back at 126, her natural weight, and I think we will see a world of difference, because she almost knocked out Katie Taylor at Katie Taylor's weight class. Now she's back at 126. I think she'll get a TKO this weekend.
I'll ask one more question about Katie, if I can. Is there, if everything goes to plan this weekend, is there maybe the possibility moving forward into next year of a rematch? I know it's a fight everyone in England would love to see.
Yeah, I mean, the rematch needs to happen. It's one of the best boxing matches ever in the sport, and I think I've never heard a stadium get that loud before. So the rematch needs to happen, and we'll just make the right decisions for when and where and who. And as long as, Eddie Hearn knows the terms, they messed it up from the get-go by coming to us with the same money as the first fight. The fight's 5 times bigger now and only building and growing. So the money needs to be right for Amanda as well.
And that means you can come back into talkSPORT maybe as well, right?
Let's go. I'll be there.
What can we expect from Amanda's opponent this weekend? What sort of challenges is she going to bring to Amanda, do you think, Jake?
I think she'll be tough for the first couple of rounds, but like Amanda's power and work to the body is just too good. And it's slowly going to break Sarah down. And unfortunately, she's going up against a champion who just lost. And you don't really ever see a champion at Amanda Serrano's level lose 2 fights in a row.
Yeah, I was going to say, when she lost that fight, was it, because some people like to take a bit of time away from sport, was she just sort of extra motivated to go again? Did she want to jump back in the ring straight away?
I think she wanted to take a little bit of a break, but when she got back into the gym, I think the fire was underneath her, and she knew that she had to go back, avenge this loss, and eventually go back up against Katie Taylor in a rematch. So I think she's more motivated now than ever. And, it really wasn't a loss. I think that whole entire event was a win for the sport. It was a win for women.
Definitely.
And I personally thought Amanda Serrano won, and so did many others.
And also this weekend, we got an amazing fight between Joe Joyce and Joseph Parker. It's going to be an incredible night. Just interested in your thoughts on that fight and who you think might come out on top.
I think Parker. I got Joseph Parker winning.
Why is that?
I don't know, man. He just built different. He just looks like he's pissed off or something.
That's good enough for me. That's fair enough. And just while I've got you, if I can just ask you 2 questions, just away from this weekend. In this country, we're already talking about Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua. We're all absolutely pumped. It feels like it's going to be like the biggest fight this country's ever seen, one of the biggest sporting events this country's ever seen. Are you pumped for that fight? And come on, I've got to know, who does Jake Paul think is going to come out on top?
No, that's a huge fight. And I think it's a fight that needs to happen for the sport of boxing to continue to grow and make waves and continue to take over MMA, which is failing recently, specifically the UFC. But I think that fight needs to happen, and it'll continue to prove that boxing is number one in combat sports. And I gotta go with Tyson Fury, man. I really like Anthony Joshua. He's a dope guy. He's, inspires me. But Tyson's just not beatable, man. Unfortunately,
Really?
he's too big, too much skill as well. He's 270, 260, 280 sometimes, bouncing up and down in the ring like Muhammad Ali. Has an amazing chin that withstood dozens of punches from Deontay Wilder, the hardest puncher in heavyweight history. So he's just not beatable, man. Unfortunately, I don't think.
And just my final one for you, Jake, before I let you go. I know you're a busy man. Talking of Tyson, there's been a bit of talk about Mike Tyson and you and him maybe having an amazing fight. I know there was some quotes of him maybe saying that he came to saw you spar and then left, after, was it, 30 seconds, and you sort of had a bit of back and forth with him. Is that something you'd love to see happen moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, I saw these like things that Freddie Roach was saying, that I was like sparring at his gym. First of all, I've never even trained at Wild Card Gym. Freddie is a idiot. He's a hater. He coached Ben Askren to no avail, literally worthless. He's off his rocker. Literally trains zero good fighters anymore. And is a Jake Paul hater. Mike Tyson has never watched me spar. Mike Tyson has never, been in the gym at the same time as me sparring. And I went to Wild Card like once to talk to somebody for a meeting and for my brother's press conference there. But Mike Tyson wasn't anywhere in the vicinity. So it's just Freddie Roach like spreading rumors. And especially because me and Mike are friends, man. Mike wouldn't do that. Mike wouldn't be like, oh, fuck this kid, let's go do something else. Mike respects me, I respect Mike. But it would be dope to fight. I think he's teased it, I've teased it. I'm down. So, I don't know what he's up to, but it could be fun.